everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, stay a while. What else are you doing? If you're new, I focus on self-care and productivity tips. I work full-time in New York City. I'm sharing with you the 10 self-care and productivity and healthy habit tracking obsessions that I have during quarantine right now that might help you too. Whether it's to entertain, stay productive, focus on your self-care, these are the products that are getting me through, so let's get into it. Okay, number one is my protein pancakes. So if you're not new here, you know that I struggle with IBS. So these are low FODMAP pancakes. They're protein pancakes. Usually the healthy pancakes, if you just use 2 eggs and a banana, it does not hold you over for more than like an hour, maybe. But if you're someone who works out or just wants to be held over for longer and you have IBS, I've been using this low FODMAP Casa de Sante, I believe it's called, vanilla protein powder. It tastes so good. It doesn't taste weird at all. I've gone through lots of funky protein powders. So I use that. I use 2 eggs, 1 mashed up ripe banana, cinnamon, salt, 1/4 cup of oats, and depending on the day, if I had a workout, I'll definitely add this in just because I'm extra hungry. I do a tablespoon of almond butter as well. So I mix it all together and I put it on the pan, like 1 pancake at a time. It's about 1/4 cup of batter. You basically do like 2 minutes on one side, it's low to medium heat, and then you flip it and 30 seconds on the other. So it is a very, very easy recipe, but usually, because I do work long hours in New York City, and I try to get a workout in the morning, and I'm really not good at meal prepping at night because I like to go sleep at my boyfriend's. City life is hard. I usually just like grab yogurt, mix some peanut butter in it, or I've really mastered a quick 5-minute scrambled egg. So I haven't really like gotten the chance to experiment with new breakfasts, even if they are easy and healthy like these. So I've really been probably eating too much of it, but I make those pancakes every single morning with some organic blue agave nectar on top as syrup. Tastes the same as syrup, but it's like less fake, you know? So I'm obsessed with those if you're needing a new recipe to experiment with. So good. Number 2 is books. I am not a reader. I guess what better time to start than now? I've always wanted to be a reader and like join in on my friends' conversations about books. I just have such bad ADD and I can't focus and I end up rereading the same paragraph a bunch of times. And even if I like a book, I just like somehow forget about it and don't end up finishing it. I don't know if that's laziness or ADD, but it's something. But I'm just not into any shows right now. So I asked around and I got this one recommendation of a book. I was like dabbling in it for a few days, and then once I hit like 100 pages, I was hooked, and last night I read it for 5 hours straight because I had to see how it ended. It was like a movie. Like, you can't go to bed in the middle of like a thriller movie, you know? The book is called Verity by COLLEEN Hoover. Everyone's obsessed with this author right now, so I'm gonna get for my next book, I think it's called This Ends With Us. Everyone's been recommending it. If I can finish this book, anyone can. So if you are looking for a new book to read or also want to get into reading, I promise you won't be able to put this down. The other book that I've been reading is, like I said, I don't really read fiction books, but I do love a good self-help book. And Gabrielle Bernstein, I've been reading her Super Attractor book. If you guys don't know her, I'm absolutely obsessed with her. She's called The Spirit Junkie. She's a motivational speaker and a best-selling author, and she's been going live on Instagram every single day. She's really been an amazing resource for people. I included her in my inspiring social media account that you need to follow. I'll link that video up here if you want to see any others. But essentially this book is called Super Attractor, and it's methods for manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. I've always wanted to manifest and I like didn't really know how, and I always wanted to meditate and didn't really know how, so I'm trying to take advantage of this quarantine and learn all of that through Gabrielle Bernstein. Basically this book totally negates the myth of what we all usually feel, which is that once we have this, or once we get this, or once we accomplish this, then we'll be happy. But really what it is you have to focus on choosing happiness and taking the steps to being happy, and then the universe in return will give you that thing or let you accomplish that thing or whatever it is. When you have a clear, happy mind through, it takes practice, meditation, manifestation, you open your world to be more clear, to come up with those creative solutions to then get what you want, instead of blocking all that out through fear. I've been loving this. You know, it's like actual things that you can put into practice. So I already started using her daily design method, which is in here, and every morning, along with my 5-minute journal, which I'll get to next, I answer 4 questions. What do I want to feel today? Who do I want to be today? What do I want to give today? And what do I want to receive today? So I'll get more into that in another video, but loving this book. So 1 fiction and 1 self-help book for you. While we're on the topic of morning routines, manifestation, all that good stuff, I have been talking about the this 5-minute journal for 2 years. I've been using it for 2 years straight. Obviously, there are some mornings or nights where I forget about it, or I have a full video on how it's truly changed my life. I'll link that up here, but essentially every morning there's a quote, and then you answer these questions. I am grateful for, and you write 3 things. What would make today great? 3 things. Daily affirmations. I am fill in the blank. Then at the end of the day, at night, before you go to bed, you answer 3 amazing things that happened today. How could I have made today even better? So this is pertinent for every day of your life, but especially in quarantine life, I found this very, very grounding. There are lots of ways that you can practice gratitude lists, but how I do it is through this journal. So every morning, the first 3 things that I think about is what I'm grateful for. I'm forced to, even if I wake up in an awful mood, if I wake up in a funk, whatever it is, I have to think of 3 things I'm grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for, and that's what this journal basically allows you to understand every single morning, which is a great start to your day. I won't get too much into it because I do have a full video on it, but highly recommend. This is a perfect time to start creating habits now that we're all home. I will link it down below. It's about $24, but if you don't want to spend anything, like, it's very simple. I just read you the prompts. You can make your own. Okay, this next one is an app. So basically, the Done app is a habit tracker app. Now, I was recommended this through Lauren Elizabeth's Instagram, Lauren Elizabeth Inc. It's in her app section, and then also through her podcast. But anyway, so essentially the Done app is a habit tracking app. So you get 3 habits for free, and then if you want to upgrade, I don't really know the price, but like, how many habits are you trying to track at once, you know? 3 should be fine. So what I'm doing is meditation, because I've never been into meditating, and now is the perfect time because I don't have to be in my office, so like, I can take that 10 minutes to practice meditation in the middle of the workday without being like at my desk in the middle of everyone. You know, I'm home, so now's the time to try it. So I have meditate on there, and my goal is 4 times a week to start, and then I have film a YouTube video on there, and that is once a week, and then I have workout, which I'm trying to do 4 to 5 days a week. So you put in your habits, you put in your goal for the week, and you track it in there. Yeah, so it's just a fun little app to track your progress. Again, I have more time to like pay attention to the apps and the journals and like all this stuff because there's no exterior. I'm not leaving my house, so spending more time on my phone than ever, so might as well do something healthy on it, you know? Next is Instagram live workouts. So I have a whole video on my favorite ones. I'll put it up here. So anyway, I've been loving this because all of these expensive workout classes in New York City or in any of the big cities around the world are now posting free content, and because it's on Instagram Live, you're still being motivated by everyone in the community that are also doing it at the same time. You can see how many people are viewing it, you see the comments, they're instructing you as you go, so it's like as close as you can get to working out in a workout class with the community, and it's also as close as you can get to trying out that workout class because a lot of these people are using the same methods and structure of the class as they would in class. So for instance, Rumble and Y7 are the 2 studios that you can really get a taste of what the class is like through their Instagram lives. So, obsessed. Okay, next is my essential oils diffuser. I am just, you know, you're smelling the same thing every day, you're in the same house every day, you're in the same room every day, same apartment, same studio apartment every day, like, it's just another thing that separates day from night. It separates my work day from my weekend, my work day from my night for me. At night, I put lavender in it. During the morning, I'll do lemongrass. It makes it smell like I just cleaned the entire place. Or eucalyptus. I'll do like when I'm about to work out because it reminds me of the smell of Equinox because that's their scent. Just playing around with the different scents to just change the mood and lift your spirits. Highly recommend. I will link this $10 one I got on Amazon down below. I've been using it for over a year. Still works great, so I highly recommend. Next is podcasts. Now I have already 2 videos on the best entertaining and funny podcasts and then also the best inspirational podcast that I will put up here. But these are the ones that have been getting me through the quarantine. I love Lauren Elizabeth's new podcast, Mood. She's so real and authentic and like honest about the struggles of quarantine that we're all feeling, but not in a super negative way. It's like she talks about what she's dealing with and what she's thinking about, the things that we're all thinking about, but then like talks about how she gets through that, talks about how she should be more grateful instead, and like positive, legitimate exercises you can implement. It's all about, you know, being honest, but then mood boosters, like how do we change it? How do we boost our mood from that? So I've been loving her podcast. I've been loving the Morning Toast because they're still going live every Monday through Friday. So like there's no shortage of content. Even if like I'm so swamped with work, I'm sitting in that room for 8 hours working. I need like a little live Facebook show and podcast in my life. So I've been loving the Morning Toast. They take you through the biggest biggest stories of the day every single day, and they're doing a movie of the day. It's a good way to connect with people during this quarantine, and especially people in New York City. I really relate to them. So those are my 2 recommendations for right now. My next one is this. I believe it was $14 on Amazon through U Brands is the brand. This amazing dry erase board. Great way to track habits. It's also great if you are someone who's either starting a blog, starting a new business, tracking your workouts or your meals or whatever it is. I just really love it. It's really pretty, it's cheap, and it's giving me just a new organizational tool to play around with at home right now. And I just didn't expect it to be such good quality, so I'm loving it. I'm using it to track my YouTube videos, when I'm filming what, when I'm uploading what, I have ideas on the side, so yeah. Last but not least is coloring books. So this one's called Color Me Stress Free, adult coloring books. So if you're going on Amazon or something, definitely make sure you write adult coloring books. I mean, not that it really matters, but they're just more complex and more fun and more therapeutic. I've just been playing around with them, but the reason I'm loving a coloring book right now is because I find, again, back to the ADD, when I'm watching TV or whatever I'm doing, I'm constantly like, I can't just focus on the TV, and my screen time is absurd right now in quarantine. Like, I'm not even gonna share it with you. Yeah, I've been loving this. I usually don't have time to do something like this, but again, I think it's a great exercise to just do something that's not on your phone. Apologies, I lied. Last but not least, Felix Gray blue light blocking glasses. I've never worn glasses, I've never worn contacts, I have 20/20 vision. But back to the screen time, I've been staring at my computer all day working, and then I go into my room and I stay on the computer and do other things on my computer and watch the TV, and I'm on my phone, and like I feel like quarantine is just all screen, because unless I'm taking a walk, what else is there to do? Even when I'm like doing yoga or working out, like I'm looking at a screen to teach me the workout. So I got these blue light glasses, Felix Gray. I will say they were stupid expensive, and I should not have purchased them when, like, who knows, I could lose my job tomorrow in this climate. Not funny, but I should not have purchased $95 blue light glasses, but because I did, I've been wearing them as I work. I've been wearing them when even if I like don't during the day when I'm working, I'm wearing them all night when I'm watching TV. I feel super cute, comfy, smart, and I'm saving my eyes from just totally being destroyed during this quarantine. So highly recommend. They have ones on Amazon for a ton less money, but if you're someone who really wants to invest in a cute pair that you'll actually wear, and like I'll take meetings for work and people just think these are my regular glasses, so I wanted to do that rather than these huge, I will show you on the screen, huge orange ones that my boyfriend wears. Like, those are just like not functional for work. So I wanted to get these so I could really use them at work, and so I did, and to be honest, I could have returned them if I really regretted it, but I've been wearing them 24/7, and I think they're super cute, and I highly recommend if you've been looking into Felix Gray like me. I've actually been looking into them for like a year and a half, and I just finally did it. So if you have too, they are really, really great and comfortable and like good quality. Okay, those are all the things I'm obsessed with in quarantine as of now. We have some time to go, so I might have more, but I hope these help you keep track of your habits, do something good for yourself, and just stay busy during this quarantine. I hope you're all safe and healthy. Don't forget to subscribe so we can keep hanging out and figure out how to kick this quarantine's ass together. Stay healthy. Love you all. Bye. Mwah.